Hi everyone, in our last video, we created a plaid fabric design. Now it's time to take it a step further. In this tutorial, we'll refine our design by introducing finer details using roughness, metallic textures, and a normal map. These adjustments will add depth, realism, and a more polished finish to our material. Before diving into implementation, let's briefly understand how these nodes work. Roughness controls how shiny or matte the surface appears. When using a grayscale input, black areas represent a highly polished, shiny surface, while white areas appear matte and diffused. Metallic determines how much of a metallic sheen a surface has. When a grayscale input is used, where black means non-metallic and white indicates a fully metallic surface. Metallic surfaces reflect light differently by tinting reflections based on the base color, while non-metallic surfaces reflect more neutrally. Normal converts a grayscale height map into a tangent space normal map. This adds the illusion of surface details by influencing how light interacts with the material. The node provides user options to adjust intensity. Now that we have a clear understanding of how these nodes influence our material, let's implement them in our design. To prepare the roughness and metallic mask, locate the Safe Transform node connected to the base color output. Connect it to a grayscale conversion node to convert the color input into grayscale. Next, attach an Auto Levels node to the grayscale output. This automatically adjusts levels to maximize contrast, ensuring a full range from black to white. This will act as our mask for both the roughness and metallic properties. For implementing roughness and metallic textures, create two uniform color nodes and blend them together using a blend node. Don't forget to change the color mode of the uniform color nodes from color to grayscale. Connect the Auto Levels node to the opacity input of the blend node. This allows the mask to define roughness variations. Locate the roughness node, which is typically connected to a uniform color node. Delete that uniform color node and replace it with the blend node output. Repeat the same process for the metallic node by duplicating the nodes you just created and replacing the connection to the roughness node with the metallic node instead. Now, let's tweak the uniform color nodes to achieve different results. Experimenting with different values can drastically change the final look of your material. Personally, I like to set one of the uniform color nodes to 0.7 and the other to 0.8 for the roughness texture. For the metallic texture, I prefer keeping the foreground color node at 0.2. These values provide a balanced mix of realism and stylization. But feel free to adjust them based on your preferences and project needs. To add the normal map, locate the normal map nodes in your graph. Connect the Auto Levels node to these normal nodes. This ensures the grayscale height information is correctly optimized. Adjust the intensity using the normal node, which processes grayscale input to control depth. Higher values create a stronger surface effect, while lower values provide a subtler texture. And that's it. Your fabric design is now more detailed and visually dynamic. To enhance your results, don't hesitate to experiment with different values for each node. This will help you understand their impact, while also unlocking unique variations for your material. Stay tuned for more Substance 3D Designer tutorials. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. See you in the next video. Happy designing!